My name is Marietta Mehanni, and this week's Aqua Tip, we're using the noodle. Now, we're using the noodle in a fairly new method for me, and that is no gripping, fingers on top of the noodle, pressing it down and moving it side to side. But I'm going to add leg action to this as well. And I'm not holding onto the noodle, so there's no gripping involved. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick from side to side, and the noodle is actually touching my knees as I do it. Let me show you. And I'm trying not to hold onto the noodle. The goal is to bring my knees all the way up to the noodle as I go from side to side. Heart rate's beginning to climb. My arms are working to try and control that noodle. I can feel my obliques working. And of course, I'm pulling my knees up to get to the noodle. Very, very cool. Let me tell you why. Firstly, you can use the noodle to do side kicks in lots of ways, but generally you have to grip the noodle. Okay, and you know, that's good. That's great. There's nothing wrong with that. I do that all the time. But how cool is it to have a cardio move where you don't grip the noodle, but you're actually using the noodle under the water with your upper body? That's cool. The other thing that's great is when I teach a side kick, I like my clients to bring both their knees up to the chest. But it can be challenging to get them to understand what I mean by lift your knees up. But when I've got the noodle down here and they've got to bring their knees up at least towards the noodle, right? I'm getting that movement pattern I would like them to do with rebounding off the bottom of the pool. And then there's a whole bringing the shoulders down away from the ears, which helps activate the lats. And as you go side to side, you get the obliques as well. Woohoo! Lots of boxes being ticked with this exercise. So encourage your clients to have their hands not too close together for this one. Hands a little bit wider apart. Press the noodle down. You may like to start with a side to side motion with the arms and then show them how to add the leg action to this exercise. Very, very cool. Great non-gripping exercise that you can implement into your classes. And that is this week's Aqua Tip. All right, demonstrating this is going to take a little bit of maneuvering around when you're on land. So the first thing you've got to do is communicate to your clients to place their hands so they're resting on top of the noodle. Pretty difficult to do when you've actually got to hold the noodle with one hand, and you know what people are like. So, you know, they're not always paying attention. If you've got something like an aqua frame, oh, this is such a beautiful piece of equipment. That's easy to demonstrate now because the frame will hold it up, and you can say to your clients, I want you to press down, fingers are open, you are not gripping the noodle. So the frame just sits there for you. But if you have a chair, you could do it also on the back of a chair. So holding it up so that you're showing your clients no gripping and they're pushing their arms down as straight as they can. Now, of course, demonstrating the side to side is going to be easier with the frame to a certain degree, but I still need to hold the noodle a little bit to get from side to side. But as long as they understand, push down, it's the first thing that you say, push down, place your palms on top of the noodle, do not grip the noodle, so fingers are relaxed. Then what I would suggest is that you say, okay, now we're going to do a kick from side to side, using nothing except for your body. Okay, Russell, can I move the frame? Thank you. So we've got the noodle here, we kick side to side. Now what I'd like you to do is to get your noodle to touch your knees. So bring your knees up as you go from side to side. I love that he shows up just as I'm about to do this video. He's not been here the entire time. Now, You can also use a chair to demonstrate that kick from side to side and bring your knees up so you're touching the noodle. Remember to tell them where they're supposed to feel it. So they should feel it all the way down the side of their body, in the back, which is their lats, and in their obliques as they push from side to side. It's such a cool exercise because it provides you with that opportunity to release the fingers, because normally we're holding the noodle, whether it's in front or the ends, or if it's even behind the body, and we're holding the ends and doing that side to side kick. But this one, no gripping whatsoever. Love this exercise. I hope that you put down in the comments about your experience, and also if you're on YouTube right now, click to subscribe and hit that notification button. And that is this week's Aqua Tip.